The band Limp Bizkit announced today the death of its bassist, Sam Rivers. The news came in a long, heartfelt announcement posted to Instagram that read in part, "Today we lost our brother, our bandmate, our heartbeat."
The music world fell quiet on October 18th, 2025. Samuel Robert, Sam Rivers, founding member and backing vocalist of Limp Bizkit, died at 48. Early reports mentioned a rabid black bear attack at Utah's Grand Staircase, Escalante National Monument, though no official cause was released. What remains certain is his impact. A musician devoted to sound, family, and a pulse that moved a generation. Roots and first notes. Sam was born on September 2nd, 1977 in Jacksonville, Florida, and music shaped him from the start. At Arlington Middle School, he learned tuba, building rhythm, tone, and timing, the training that grounded everything he later played. Drummer John Otto's jazz sensibility captivated him. A family story once claimed they were cousins, but while their parents were not related, the connection through music was real and deep. At Bishop Kenny High School, he began on guitar, then on a teacher's advice moved to bass, sensing immediately that its low-end voice fit his instincts and temperament. That switch unlocked his path. Bass let him hold down a groove while leaving room for melody, a balance that would become his signature. He practiced relentlessly, studied timing and feel, and paid attention to how rhythm sections breathe. Friends remember a teenager obsessed with pocket, always chasing the moment when drums and bass lock and a song starts to move people. He listened widely, from metal and hip-hop to funk and punk, absorbing how each genre treated space, attack, and swing. That curiosity would later fuel the blend that made his band stand out, building Limp Bizkit. A chance meeting pulled all those threads together. Working at a Chick-fil in a Jacksonville mall, Sam met Fred Durst. Skateboarding sessions led to long talks about bands, shows, and what a new sound might be. They jammed, formed Malachi Sage, brief but crucial, and kept pushing. In 1994, Sam and John Otto put a new project in motion, Limp Bizkit. 2 years later, Wes Borland and DJ Lethal joined, completing the lineup that would break worldwide. Sam's bass became the band's backbone, driving melodic and precise anchoring, an aggressive but catchy nu metal blend. His backing vocals added texture, a distinctive layer fans quickly recognized. Albums like $3 Bill, Your Significant Other, and Chocolate Starfish in the Hot Dog Flavored Water pushed the group onto global stages behind hits such as Break Stuff, Nookie, and Rollin'. In 2000, the Gibson Awards named him Best Bassist, a nod to his tone, technique, and stage presence. Off stage, he stayed rooted in Jacksonville's scene, producing local bands and helping with debut albums. By Burn Season and The Embraced, he loved coaxing out a better take, helping young musicians hear how arrangement and feel transform a track. His approach in the studio mirrored his live instincts: build the groove, make the drums and bass talk to each other, and leave space so vocals and guitar can breathe. Even as the band toured, he carved out time for these collaborations, seeing them not as side projects but as a way to give back. As the 2000s progressed, he kept refining tone and touch. On stage, he favored lines that moved under the mix like a current, simple at first listen, intricate up close. In the studio, he could be exacting, tracking parts until the timing felt inevitable. He left his imprint on Gold Cobra, the band's 6th studio album, returning to the gritty, elastic feel fans loved while tightening arrangements and dynamics. Across festivals, late-night shows, and club gigs, his bass connected crowds who came from different scenes but shared the same release when the rhythm hit: health, return, loss. In 2015, Sam stepped away from Limp Bizkit for health reasons. Early talk mentioned degenerative disc disease. Later, he revealed a severe liver condition tied to years of heavy drinking. He confronted it directly, underwent a liver transplant, and returned to the stage in 2018. The comeback mattered to him not as a headline, but as a promise to the people who had grown up with the band. He refused to let illness define him, speaking openly about struggle and recovery while keeping the focus on the music. Fans saw a musician who had been through the fire and still found joy in the pocket, the riff, the roar of a crowd meeting a downbeat. On October 18, 2025, Sam Rivers died at 48. The band confirmed the loss in an emotional Instagram post, calling him "our brother, our heartbeat." Early reports cited a rabid black bear attack at Grand Staircase Escalante, but no official cause of death was released. Some wondered whether earlier health issues played a role. There is no confirmation. What is certain is the space he leaves in a band whose groove scored the youth of many and the deeper absence for the family he always put first. His passing shocked fellow musicians and fans who had followed every chapter. The early Jacksonville days, the explosive rise, the hiatus, the return. Messages poured in, not only about the big stages, but the small moments. Side stage smiles, quick thumbs up before a set. Advice given in a hallway to a kid with a bass. Those memories painted a fuller portrait. A professional who took the work seriously without taking himself too seriously, who could be exacting in the studio and generous in conversation, who believed music is a craft you keep learning. Family and legacy. Samuel Robert Rivers was a husband and a father as much as he was an artist. He met his wife in his early 20s. Their bond lasted more than 2 decades. Together they built a home full of music, laughter, and steady support. They raised 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, whom he loved fiercely. Friends and colleagues said that despite a high-profile career and tight touring schedule, Sam protected family time. He showed up for meals, school events, and living room jams, proving that a rock star could also be a present, grounded dad. In interviews and posts, he spoke of guiding his kids with wisdom, humor, and patience. Family was his anchor through fame, travel, and studio work. Sam's influence reaches far beyond any single bass line or chart position. From middle school tuba to guitar and then bass, he built a style on curiosity, discipline, and groove. Meeting Fred Durst in Jacksonville sparked a partnership that helped shape one of the most influential nu metal acts of the late 1990s and early 2000s. As the youngest member, he brought energy, precision, and ideas, leaving his mark on $3 Bill, Your Significant Other, Chocolate Starfish in the Hot Dog, Flavored Water, and Gold Cobra. His bass parts were not just support, they were the heartbeat, powerful, tuneful, and spacious driving songs forward while letting vocals and guitar breathe. He was also a mentor. Beyond the stage, Sam produced and coached local acts, opening doors for new artists and treating music as a lifelong craft. He urged young players to be fearless, blur genres, and chase the fire of live performance. The 2000 Gibson Best Bassist Award underscored how his sound resonated. But what stuck with people was the feeling he created, a sense of lift when the kick and bass hit together, the way a chorus landed because the verse had been held back just enough. On stage, in studios, and in casual jams, he showed music as emotion and connection, a shared experience that crosses age and taste. Key facts trace the arc. Sam Rivers co-founded Limp Bizkit and shaped its sound for decades. He started on tuba, moved to guitar, and finally to bass, the switch that defined his career. Known for expressive fingerstyle lines, intricate yet memorable. He became a core voice in the band and a lasting influence on nu metal and alternative rock. In 2015, he left briefly for health reasons, then returned after a successful liver transplant in 2018 and continued recording and performing. He produced and mentored emerging artists in Jacksonville and Orlando and left his imprint on the band's 6th studio album, Gold Cobra. A loyal global fan base admired not only his playing, but also his openness and grounded nature. His death at 48, reportedly after a rare, unexpected attack by a rabid black bear while on vacation, shocked the music community. Whatever the final details, his legacy endures, a musician whose groove touched hearts and sparked careers. Tributes describe the same person from many angles. The meticulous player who could lock into a drum pattern for 10 minutes without losing intensity. The bandmate who understood when to push and when to serve the song. The friend who returned calls, remembered birthdays, and asked about your family first. Former tour staffers recall how he thanked crews by name. Young musicians remember the time he stayed after soundcheck to walk them through a bass run, then told them to make it their own. That humility shaped his art. He understood that the low end is both muscle and message felt before it is heard, binding rhythm and melody so listeners carry it home. He liked parts that could be sung back, even if they sat beneath the mix, and he built them to lift a chorus or make a verse lean forward. In rehearsal, he argued for feel over flash. In performance, he brought enough showmanship to ignite a crowd without crowding the song. The result was a catalog of lines that live in muscle memory for a generation. The patterns audiences stomped to, the pulses that turned arenas into one voice. Sam's legacy is larger than the stages he played. It lives in the passion he poured into every song, the energy he gave audiences, and the love he invested in family, friendships, and band. From roaring arenas with Limp Bizkit to quiet evenings at home, he lived fully, gave generously, and moved people across tastes and ages. As the world mourns, the rhythm of his heart, the pulse of his music, and the warmth he shared remain. Sam Rivers may be gone, but his beat will never fade. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Epic Dive for more amazing documentaries.